I walked the tightest road, but the solid ground said leave it. And I never thought I would get here on the other side. In the early morning, it's an age-old story of something new, born again. Like a gentle whisper, I remember winter and how roses always bloom again. They bloom again. I've been saying no, 'cause I know my soul, it needs it. Too many years on the go, and now I'm letting myself heal it. And I never thought I would get here on the greener side. In the early morning, it's an age-old story of something new, born again. Like a gentle whisper, I remember winter and how roses always bloom again. They bloom again. They bloom again. They bloom again. And I never thought I would get here on the better side. In the early morning, it's an age-old story of something new, born again. Like a gentle whisper, I remember winter. Roses always bloom again. They bloom again. They bloom again. Oh, they bloom again. They bloom again.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. Can you believe it? I think it's, what is it, June, let's see, 21, June 19th, Friday. It is about 3:45 in the afternoon, and it is 72 out. Gorgeous sunny day, beautiful day. I would sit outside and record this, but the wind is really blowing and might not be able to hear me. So, well, you can see my trash thing right here. It's probably not the greatest to look at, so let's do this. There. So, I hope that your day has been a great day, or whatever day that you're seeing this. So, I haven't decided if I showed at the beginning or I'm going to talk first. My wind chimes that Jerry got me several years ago for my birthday. It started out for me, I slept good last night, but then I was just a little grumbly today for some reason. I don't know why, but then I got out of it, so. Had a televisit with my doctor on a 6-month recheck. Everything's good. She's happy with everything. So I go back in September for my yearly physical and blood work. So Jerry and I went out this morning. On Fridays I usually pick up my flowers from 2 different flower stands. And you know, I know not everybody can do that, and I don't have that many cut flowers in my yard yet, but for me, I save out the $30 that it costs me, and I appreciate anybody who does stuff like that, because it does bring so much joy and so much goodness in the house to have fresh flowers. I'm sure you can get them a little bit cheaper. I know a lot of people go to farmers markets and can pick them up. The smaller bouquet one, she always does $10, and the bigger bouquet one, that gal always does $20, and they both always sell. They usually are stocked from Friday through Sunday. So the one gal, the smaller one, she had a bouquet, and that one had some snapdragons in it with some peonies. And that's out on our dining room table. And it's in like basically a bud vase. And then the bigger bouquet, I know it has snapdragons in it. I think it is sweet pea flowers. And then there's some white flowers in it, and I'm looking at it, and some green or yellow little flowers in it. And the peonies ones doesn't last a whole week, because peonies, once you get them cut, you put them in water, probably within 4 or 5 days, they are all huge and big like they should be, but then the petals start falling. So they don't last as long as some of the others, but they are so gorgeous. And I've got 4 peony plants outside that haven't bloomed too much. And when they have bloomed, they got to that squishy, what they call a marshmallow stage. So they're round, and when you push them, they squish like a marshmallow. Then you can cut them, and they will finish opening up inside for you so you can see it. So we went and we did that, and then we stopped to 3 garage sales, and wonder if he brought everything in from the, I gotta remember the first one we stopped to. What did we get there? Oh, I didn't get everything. I'll have to go get it, or I'll take a picture and post it in here. So we went to 3 different ones, and the first one, there was this picture that wasn't old by any means, but it's like a folk primitive with the birds. And I really like the look of it. I think I paid $2 for it. And trying to think if there was something else. That might have just been it. There might have been something else maybe he got. But anyways, I got that. The next sale we stopped to, there wasn't anything. And then the third sale we stopped to, oh my goodness, that was a gorgeous drive into the farmhouse. Oh, my ear wants to pop. Like I'm plugged up. That was a beautiful drive, and she had a gorgeous place. This would be like my dream farm place, and gorgeous yard, gorgeous everything. And their prices were like a quarter. She had several tables that said anything on this table for a quarter. I don't think I saw anything more than a quarter. Well, there was some things, but they were all nice. They were, you know, really nice stuff. So from that one, I did bring that in to show you guys, because that picture I got, let me go get it just a second. Okay, it was just in the other room. I sure hope you got something to work on or drink or whatever. I made myself protein coffee, and all mine is this decaf coffee that I fill up to this quart jar about right here. Then I add either a half of a container of a vanilla protein drink or a whole container, and then it will bring it up to about here. Then I put a splash of 2% milk in it. So, but so anyways, I was looking at this. So the frame is Pinnacle Frames and Accents, but I really like the looks of this. So for $2, I got this. So I really like that. Just a second. Someone knocked at our front door. And Jerry's out there. And then at that sale, I did pay, when I told you everything was a quarter and there was other things, I did pay $4 for this. But this is a penny, what they call a penny wool mat. So it's going to be hard to show with, but these are called pennies right here. But this is all wool. And so the bottom, how it lays, will be how the top is. Now I have kits to do stuff like this. I love stuff like this. But I thought that picture I just got would go good with this. I just have to find a spot to put this with the picture. But I thought that was really, I like that. This was hand done, I can tell. And then the same garage sale. These were a quarter. They were ornaments. This says 2004. Yeah, 2004. So you have the little snowflake on the hanger. On the back it says 2004. It says Mom. This is all knit. I love Love the gold buttons on it. That argyle look. And then of course there is a dad. There is a son. It looks almost like the dad's. I just love stuff like this. And then there is a daughter. And the daughter kind of looks like the mom. So these will be really cute, I think, hung up, not on the tree, but off from something, but I mean, they're really nice. And of course, I love gnomes, anything gnomes, and this was a quarter. Jerry liked this one, so he picked this one out. But it feels like a sweater, and all it is a felt nose. And then I like this one because you got that sweater cable look. And the last thing I got from there was this little pink gnome. It's like a light baby pink. Just a second. Okay. You ever get those salespeople that come to the house? Well, we had someone that was wants to give a free quote on the roof, and I guess he's going to come tomorrow at 10, so Jerry will deal with that, even though the guy just called, so he's out there talking. So anyways, those were the only garage sales that we went to. And then it is my weigh-in day, and I lost another ½ pound. It's a ½ pound loss, but I'm enjoying life, I guess. I thought I did way better than that, because yesterday, I'm telling you guys, oh, I haven't felt this good in so long. And for 2 days in a row, I've been out in the garden, you know, weeding and all that stuff, and then planting more like bush beans. I used up all my bush beans now into bare open spots. And then yesterday went out in the garden and checked it again. We had, because it's very windy, we had a couple tomato plants that were, well, one was completely laid over. So Jerry went and got a couple stakes that we could push in there, and then I have these little vegetable clips that go around it, and so we clipped that up. And that hailstorm that we had, anything that was out with leaves, like peppers and my bush beans, and what else was there? Anyways, they had little tears from that hail. And so yesterday when I was out there doing that, I decided I have more flower seeds to plant. So I went up in the new flower bed and I planted what's called Cracker Jack marigolds. They can grow up to 2 to 3 feet tall. So I put that along the back of the fence right there and just poked holes wherever, and you know, the spacing and everything. If they come up, they come up. If they don't, they don't. And then we had, or we have, hostas out here, and 2 of them are, you know, so big. Well, 3 of them are really so big that they really needed dividing up, and you really should do it in the springtime when they're first poking up. But really you can do them anytime. It's just that you know that once you break it up, that, you know, it's not going to look good for until next year. So there was one over by our fence over here, and it was next to what's called a blue angel. And the blue angel hosta is a blue color, and it has like a heart shape like that. And so this one is a dark green that he took the whole hosta out. A dark green with like a lime green edging around it. Well, it already had clumps in it, so he just, you know, dug them up. I think out of that giant hosta he did 5 plants. I mean, and the bottoms were like this. So now that blue angel is by itself, because you could see when he took it all out that the whole thing was leaned over like this because the other one was crowding over on it. So what this will do is it'll make that blue angel be able to open up further for itself. Well then, in the meantime, he had raked the dirt back over and filled in the hole and stuff. And I heard that you can take zinnia seeds and just sprinkle them out on the ground, and then just take the back of a rake or just a regular rake and rake over back and forth lightly to cover the seeds up. And they should grow if something doesn't eat them. So I had 3 different colors left, not a lot of them, and I just put them all 3 in my hand, mixed them up, and I just sprinkled them around that area there and recovered them up. So we'll see if I get anything. And then I have lilies, the tall stalk one where the flowers up on top, and in front of those lilies I did we'll see if they grow. I planted dark purple and pink straw flowers, and we'll see if they come up or not. And so I did all that yesterday. He is moving that hosta and everything, and then there's another hosta on the back side that he divided up those 2, and then along, I had said along the back side of our garage it needed something, and I said, how about those hostas? So he put 4 hostas there, but he made enough room in between, like 3 feet, that he said if I wanted anything else I can plant in between there, which I will. Not for sure if it will be this year. Simba, you be nice. Our cat. Nala was laying on the floor, and Simba's over there, and he tends to be the bully, but he's grooming her, sitting on top of her, grooming her. And I'm just watching to see, because he can in a hurry go from nice to not so nice. But anyway, so we did that. I say we did that. He did the hostas. I did planting. Then I went into some flower beds, and I did some weeding and stuff and deadheading some flowers. We still have 2 flowers out front that we need to, well, we've got in the back side of the house, we got 2 plants that need to be removed, because one is a sedum and it's as big as it's going to get, so it's just a small one like this, and we need to transplant that up front. And then the other one is as big as it's going to get. It's a small hosta, and it's only like 10 inches tall, so that's going to get moved up front. And then we have 2 cone flowers that will get up to 48 inches. I mean, they're just small right now, and we're going to put those on the back of the house. So Simba, let her up. Just a second. Okay. So, because Nyla's just laid flat on her side in the sun, and he was grooming her head, but he was laying on her and she was trying to move and she couldn't move. So I had to basically clap my hands, and now he's over in the swing area of his cat tower and she's now stretched out in the sun. So I was outside walking around our property, which we have like a 3/4 of an acre, and we were walking the whole property several times because we're talking about maybe next year putting a front porch on with a gable roof. And so we were looking at that, and then I had another idea for a landscaping that he has started, and if he carries it on out, it would really look nice. He says it doesn't need to, but it does. So I mean, it was like 2 hours, it seemed like I was outside. I know the one time it was 90 minutes, and I think the other one was an hour and a half, so maybe it was over 2 hours. But it was a good tired, so we both were done. We were done yesterday. So today is kind of like a rest day, except for he went out and he looked up how to trim our grapes, because he hasn't done that in a while, and so he did that. And now he's going to go out and trim some of our bigger lilacs, so because they really need it. And all you do with those is you go in and you look for any diseased or damaged, or even the great big ones coming up, and take those out so that the new growth will come in and you know, fill out the plant. Because our lilacs have been here probably 10 years, and they're at least 8 feet tall, and there's 3 of them, and they're a good 5 feet across, and they make a good privacy, which that's why we did it between us and the neighbor. But then the neighbor several years ago put up a wood fence between us and on their back side and on the other side. And so because we all face the camp that's behind us, and so then I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago we did a solid wood fence, only so far, and then the rest is chain link, and down that chain link is where he raked all the leaves out, so it was good dirt and everything. It made another shady flower bed, and he planted all those hostas there, and once those hostas fill out, it will fill that area out really nice, and what it will leave is just a narrow span in the front if I want to do a pop of color back there with some, you know, annuals that I can start the seeds myself. So yeah, we did all that and came home, and of course today we came home and we're both tired. He already had his afternoon siesta, his nap. So, but anyways, so let me get back to what else there is. So I've been working on that mystery star blanket, super star blanket by Betty McNett. I am still on day 3. Day 4 came out yesterday, and so I'm still working on day 3, and the next day will not come out until next Tuesday, so my goal is to get all caught up. But I'm using Mandela yarn by Lion Brand in the colorway Balance. This is super soft. That is the progression of the colors, and it is 344 yards or 315 millimeters. or meters, and 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. And it is a 4 weight, which just means it's like a worsted heavier weight. And I am doing mine in an H hook on my furls, 5.0 millimeter. So this is how far, so far I've gotten. I know I won't be able to get it all in the camera here. So but there is 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 14. There are 14 points in this one, and this will end up being big because we have lots of repeats left. And all it does is it just keeps repeating. The pattern keeps repeating. So I got that I've been slowly working on. And then my English paper piecing, I told you I hope you have something to do. It's going to be a lot bit longer. My English paper piecing, and I'll have to insert a picture when I get this done, or once, I don't know, maybe you can see it. But this top portion above the green was the last clue that goes all the way around. And I can't see what you see, so I will put a picture in it so you can see it as I'm talking about it. So I finally got this. This will be clue 6, I think it is. Yeah, clue 6. I'm doing this with my friend Lainey. And my next colors are going to be the pink, the green, and the yellow. So I have to do a row of all green around it. And then there'll be a row of yellow with the pink in between it. So it's kind of going to be like another row of green all around it. Then the next row would be pink or yellow with a couple things of pink in it, and I think a pink on the corners. So I just got those done. There was, and I'm doing 3/4 inch hexagons, and I am glue basting it, which means I am using a glue stick. And yeah, because you can hand sew those, or you can do a glue stick. And I have a Oriole right outside my window, and I don't think, if I turn this, I don't think I'll get her. Nope. So our Oriole feeder has just been full. So I just got all those hexies glue based together yesterday, and now I just need to start hand stitching them all the way around the quilt. The other thing I did was, I've been working on that sock because I finished that one pair, and I decided to do my Detroit Lions that I started 2 years ago. I had one sock already done. This was from Up North Yarns, Monica. And so there is this one. I'm doing mine on 9-inch circulars, which are US 1.25, I think. And this is how far. So I got the cuff done, and I have to do 30 rounds for the leg, and I know I am over 20 on this one. And I do this in between or when I'm doing my devotions. Yeah. So I'm right here. I have to go to here. So I've been working on that. I'm really enjoying the 9-inch circulars. They don't make my hands hurt as much. And I read something that says 9-inch circulars, once you get used to them, are better for your hands. They don't cause as much hand pain. Now I can kind of differ with that because purling bothers my hands on the 9-inch. So, but other than that, that's all I've been doing. I did make our bread. Jerry did. I won't have to make bread for us for at least 3 weeks because I made 2 loaves and then I freeze it. And then Jerry did a chocolate chip cookie recipe that he used the freshly milled flour in it, and they may not have puffed up, but I'm telling you folks, they are the best chocolate chip cookies. They're addictive. So he did do that. On my freshly milled flour adventure, the next thing I'm going to be trying is to make our own tortillas and then freezing those. And then I am also going to do, I want to do bagels. I'd like to do some English muffins, but I don't want to do the muffins. I want to make it into a bread. We tend to eat the bread quicker than the muffins, and I have converted it to make a loaf, so I want to try that yet to see how that goes, because I am feeling so much better when I eat all the freshly milled flour than what I buy in the store. I never tried anything gluten-free or anything like that to see if that would be better. I just know that I feel better with it. And it's helping Jerry also. So, but yeah, I do know that, you know, everything is just like, you know, time consuming in a bit. So if you, you know, growing up, we didn't go out to eat much. My mom cooked everything, you know. I mean, she bought groceries and stuff, but, you know, there was no, if we wanted pizza, it was the Chef Boyardee pizza mix in the box. Who remembers Chef Boyardee? And then you made your pizza, and it was that powdered cheese that went over and stuff. But it was the best pizza ever till you discovered other pizzas. Because we were just talking about that today, how we grew up on, well, we didn't, Jerry did, his mom would make Hamburger Helper. When we were first married and money was tight, we could afford stuff like Hamburger Helper or the macaroni and cheese in the box, the blue box, or what was the other thing? Of course, we ate a lot of eggs. What else was there that we ate a lot of? Because it was cheaper. Oh, he likes beef stew. I like beef stew. But we couldn't afford the meat or anything, but we could afford the Dinty Moore beef stew can. I'd buy the small one, and then I'd add a can of water to it, mix that up, and once it was heating, then we would buy Bisquick, because that was pretty cheap at the time, and I made dumplings. And to us, that was like a treat. So now we make our own stuff, and I grow our food, or try to grow it. And we had homemade vegetable beef soup last night, well, the day before too, because that makes enough for 2 meals for 2 people. And I said the only thing out of it that wasn't homegrown was the potatoes, because it was store-bought potatoes, because we always use up our homegrown potatoes within the first 4 or 5 months. But the vegetables in it was just green beans and carrots. I guess we didn't grow the carrots either. I do have carrots in there, but it was just, it wasn't frozen. It was fresh carrots. It was our canned green beans. It was our canned tomato juice and stock, and it was grass-fed 96% ground beef. I think that was it. And it's so good and so filling. So, but anyway, so I'm going to, my next adventure is the tortillas and the English muffin and noodles. Our frozen noodles that he buys to put in our soups are almost $7 now. I can make them cheaper than that. I just have to learn how to do it. And I used to do homemade noodles. I mean, it's just egg, flour, and a little bit of, I think, water, basically. So that's another thing that I want to do. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to drink my protein coffee and probably edit this vlog because Jerry didn't go make it outside. He probably won't by now. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we went out for lunch also. We went on our lunch date to one of our favorite places in Nashville, Good Time Pizza, and he had a he had a turkey and cheese sub, and it came with chips and a pickle and a drink. And the sub bun looked homemade. He even said it tasted like it. And I got a chicken bacon wrap, and it was so big I could only eat half of it. And it had the chicken in it, the bacon, and it was, you know, fried bacon, and lettuce, shredded cheese, and their homemade dressing with a pickle and some chips. And that sandwich will either be my supper tonight or it'll be my lunch tomorrow. So, but it was another nice day that I got to spend with my hubby, our adventures in our retirement. It was fun and hard work the last 2 days, but it was also enjoyable for me because I got to spend one-on-one time with my hubby and being out and outside in it. And for the longest time I haven't had that joy. And when I said that to my doctor, she said that meant more than anything else that I could say I'm doing, because she said as a doctor and as a patient, sometimes we forget that you're human, and then you've got, because all you hear is about, you know, medications and what to do and just the different things. And I told her, I said, yeah, I said, because they focus so much on my blood pressure and my my sugar, that that's all you think about, and you forget about life. And then it gets depressing. And I said, and it gets to the point where for me, I get afraid. I don't want to go outside and work because I might hurt myself, because I've hurt myself too many times with my back. And so I just see him out there, and then I sit in the house and not do anything. And I said, and for whatever reason, I said, I just cannot explain the joy, the happiness, just the feeling good. It's like being sick for so long, and all of a sudden you're just well, you know. Or maybe it's losing weight, maybe after you've lost so much weight, then all of a sudden you're like, I can't believe I just did that. Or I just feel so much better. Whatever little tweak it is, you know, we have to remember that we are human and we're more than our medications, our situation, our whatever. And we have to nurture what the good Lord has given us and be appreciative and thankful, and just know that every day can be a good day. It just depends on what side of the bed that you decide to get up on. And only you can make your day a bad day or a good day. Even if somebody has upset you or whatever, it's how you respond and react. I always say sometimes I just need to go outside and just step on the cement, because with all the ticks and everything, I'm afraid to step in the grass anymore. But when I do step in the grass, oh my gosh, that feels so good. It feels so good to me. But I go out and I ground myself and I breathe in the air and I just listen to the sounds. And for me, that's what I need to do. And I can't do that as often in the winter months of Michigan, but I can in the spring and summer. So thanks again. I know this is really long, and I'm going to apologize again, but if you stuck with me this long, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll be back on next week sometime. I know I will try for Tuesday. I will try for Friday. Monday's my birthday. We'll see if I come on Monday or not. And Sunday is already Father's Day. I can't believe that. Happy early Father's Day. I don't have any guys that watch this, but happy Father's Day to all your fathers out there, if they're still here, or not. All the fathers out there. And happy first day of summer also. So, till we can meet up again, my friends. Thanks for stopping by, as always. See you soon.
Well, it's been a while, and I've forgotten how good it could feel. Well, how good it feels here in this moment. I'm stuck here wondering if this is real, and if this is real, girl, go easy, easy on me. I've been here before, had my heart broken a number of times, and it took some time, but I got back to normal, only to find myself where I began. Starting again, so go easy on me, girl, go easy, easy on me. If I'm being honest, I'm falling apart, and I'm not so sure could do this again. So take care of my heart and go easy, easy on me. so sure